Hello, hello, hi, it's Pixie, welcome back. I'm so excited. So a friend of mine on Instagram, oh my god, what's this? Oh, this is the paint. So, okay, she started using a limited color palette that I thought looked really good, and we were DMing about the paints and the pigments and the paints I try to substitute for the ones. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh wow! This is so nice. Okay, hold on. Let me just read this privately. Oh, this is so nice. Oh my gosh. She says the painting isn't great and to blame the paper, but I think it looks good. It's certainly better than what I will be doing once I get into these paints. So, okay, we're done with this now. But I also really love that it's a colored envelope. I wish I could afford to do colored envelopes for my Patreon and Etsy stuff. One day I will. But yeah, so the color palette she'd been using, I can't remember who the artist who put it together originally was, but I will put their Instagram in the description so they don't go without credit. Oh, it's a pill packaging. So they were Aso green, which is not a green, it's more of a yellow, and Venetian red, indigo, and burnt umber. But Zoe sent me another brown and another blue because I have indigo and burnt umber, and I didn't have a Venetian red or an Aso green. So in this was the version I put together. And here are some swatches. Wait, is this of this? Maybe this isn't of this. Actually, never mind. I used the Indian Gold from White Nights and English Red. And English Red and Venetian Red are usually made from the same pigment, but they're not, I mean, obviously they're not the same, because even the same color from different brands is gonna look different and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can get into this. So the blue she sent me instead of indigo was a Mayan blue from Daniel Smith, and that's wild. I have never used a Daniel Smith paint in my life. They're so expensive. Like, it absolutely blows my mind how pricey they are. So I'm absolutely thrilled to have this little tryout set to play with. What am I gonna paint? Oh my god, no, my paint. Okay, we're good. The Venetian red certainly dried. Oop. The green is still sticky. The other ones are dry though. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix that. Let's put this in the palette. Okay. Oh, the sketchbook, by the way. I made this. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw it probably. I have watercolor pads and I have watercolor papers, but I've been wanting a watercolor sketchbook for a while because the regular sketchbook I tend to use. But please, can you please? Thank you. doesn't really take watercolor. And I mean, I could just watercolor paint, you know, on the papers and pads, but there's just something so nice and safe about a book. So I just feel more free to like practice and experiment when it's in a book. Oh my gosh. Dang. It's such a unique color. Let me see. This is Sennelier. Brown green, they're calling it, but it's PY129 for you paint nerds out there, which is the pigment that's usually used for azo green, I have learned when researching all of this. It's just a very like autumnal color palette, and oh my god, yes, yes. Like, my relationship with watercolors is kind of funny because I really enjoy it, but I don't feel natural with it like I do with oil paints. Like, I'm sure I've done more watercolor painting than oil painting in my life, but I still feel like way more of a beginner with watercolor. Even though I did World Watercolor Month last year in 2019, so 31 watercolor paintings in a month, and yet, okay, let's see this expensive as all hell paint. Ooh, it is really pretty. It looks like it's maybe a bit warmer than the indigo that I have. Yes. So the way I made this sketchbook, if you're interested, is I have this pad of about A3 size, pretty big, and I used a paper cutter to cut each sheet in 4. I tried my best to make it even, but as you can see, it didn't go so well because it was the first thing I used my cutter for and I wasn't used to it. So it didn't go super well for me. But that's okay, as long as this side is fairly even, you can make do. So, and this was a watercolor brown, walnut brown from Schminke. This looks very cool. Interesting. So just for fun, let's swatch the ones I substituted side by side and see. So this is the Indian Gold from White Nights, and I really love this paint. It's so beautiful. Look at the range. Yes. And this is the English Red. It looks a bit more orange. This is Indigo. Maybe it's not that different, like color-wise. We'll see how it looks when it dries. But yeah, I was talking about the sketchbook and I keep getting distracted by the paints. So on the one even side, I stacked it on the table to make sure it was as even as possible. and I just did a few layers of bookbinding glue, and then I cut up 2 pieces of cardboard from the box I got my keyboard in, and tape the edges with fabric tape, and the spine of the book also fabric tape, and then I put some adhesive fabric on the cardboard that I had from a sale in a craft store. The burnt umber is definitely a lot warmer, which is one of the reasons I like it, but this walnut has a really interesting, like, almost purpley hue to it. But now looking at these side by side, I would say the Mayan blue is cooler and like moodier. And this definitely dries more vibrant, while the English red looked, when it was wet, like it was more vibrant. But now that it's dry, I don't know what it is, but there's like white on top. It shouldn't be chalky, but you never know. If you just hold on for a moment, I will find some kind of reference picture, and then we will do a painting. I feel like I have to do a landscape with these paints. My wrist has been giving me some trouble lately, so I've been drawing some with my left hand. But my left arm and wrist isn't awesome either. I sit too much on my phone and on a computer and drawing and just constantly having my arms in the same position, which is bad. So I have decided, I've looked up a bunch of exercises I can do, and I am committed to doing them daily to fix this problem so I can keep making stuff. Okay, I don't super need to go into all these details. I just wanna get this tree in. Something like that. I think one problem for my hands and wrist when I'm painting is that my hands are so trembly, so I have to tense my wrist to make less shaky marks. And when I use my left hand, it's like really shaky because this hand isn't strong enough to keep that tension. But I'm trying to relax with this, with my right wrist as well now. It's okay if it's not so precise. It was really nice of Zoe to send me these paints, because I was like, I don't have these 2 paints in this palette and I want to buy them now. She was like, don't waste your money, let's see if you'd like them first, I will send you some dots. And I just think that was really nice. right, I have to stop now because my wrist is not great and I don't want to overdo it. So this is done because of that now. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Zoe, for sending me these paints. I'm gonna keep playing with them with my left hand, and as soon as my right hand gets better, I'm really excited. Thank you so much. Also, let me know if you want to see me draw with my left hand. It's actually a pretty fun exercise. So I've been thinking about doing that anyway, even if maybe it's just me who wants it. Excuse my gnarly voice. It's my perpetual state of being, so that's just how it is. But thank you for coming to hang out. I hope you had a fun time. I sure did. And extra shout out to my patrons who help me buy art supplies that I actually do need, unlike these paints that Zoe so kindly gifted to me. Thank you so much. And also to everyone else, thank you for coming to hang out. I think I already said that, but thank you. Have a nice day, take care of yourself, get organized, and I'll see you next time. Bye!